Hey guys, quick update on the Lenovo Yoga 720 15-inch IKB with the defective touchscreen. In a past video, I figured out accidentally that if you bump some of these things on this digitizer board, it will make it start working again. Well, I found out today specifically which two things you need to touch. This right here, this part here, and this part here. Bottom of this capacitor got a touch to this. I'm guessing it's a capacitor or a resistor. I don't know. It's not just a quick touch. You gotta kind of, I used this to do it, and I did like tap, tap, tappy, tap, tap. Kind of like as if you were hot wiring a car in the movies. Just sort of tap it. Tap it, hold it a second, tap, 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 tap. Try different speeds while you are touching the screen until it starts working, and it'll start working. So if there is anyone who has already disassembled their unit and has the screen loose, and you are really want to get your screen working, that's how you do it. What I am yet to do is, I'd like to figure out why that works. I picked up a logic analyzer. I've been doing some digging. Some of these components are, some of these components are being held high, some are held low. I want to say this is ground here, and this is a data of some kind. It's bursty. From a wide view, it looks kind of like this, little pulses, but if you look inside those pulses are actually pulses made up of little ones and zeros. I know that this uses the I2C protocol, and this software, PulseView, is capable of decoding I2C, but you need to have a clock signal in order to do so. This piece right here has a consistent clock on it. This one here, at least once you've got the board working again, has bursty data similar to this one, but it appears to respond when you tap it. Like, you see little gaps in the data. Could be my imagination. I've got to do some more digging. This one here just has those pulses, but I don't see much. So the next step that I intend to take is to solder some tiny little wires on here, because I can't get clips attached. I tried. I've also found out that if you short these two parts, it breaks it temporarily. It makes it stop working. So you short these two, it makes it work. You short these two, it makes it stop working. Very strange. And definitely not something a person would normally do intentionally, is to short. But anyway, I will report back when I know more, if I know more. I want to try grabbing all three of these signals and seeing if I can decode it into I2C. Being close to the connector, it may be. And I don't know what that's going to tell me, but it doesn't hurt to find out. The next step, I guess, would be to find these two, see if I can figure out what these two things are. And more importantly, where, if these are mirrored inside this connector, or well, it wouldn't be this connector, but the connector on the motherboard of the laptop. If I can find a spot where those two things are on the motherboard, while it's the most ridiculous fix, I think, ever for an issue on a computer, I might be able to provide a place on the motherboard that people could much more easily access to hotwire their touchscreen back into life. So I'll keep you updated. If anybody knows how to get in touch with Wacom, like the people at Wacom who might be able to tell me some information about this board. I know a lot of these things are protected by non-disclosure agreements, so if it's impossible, that's the most likely thing. But If you know someone, somebody's got to know someone. It's a big internet. And I am capable of signing non-disclosure agreements. Of course, that means I wouldn't be able to share the details of how I were to fix it if I were to fix it. But because we don't know still if it's something on this board that is not operating properly, or if shorting those two things is causing a component in the laptop to start listening. That's why I've got to do the logic analyzer while I kind of before and after I fix it. So, hope you found this informative. Hope maybe somebody out there who is smarter than me can give me some guidance on what the heck I'm doing. And as always, thanks for watching.